One of the particular tools that is useful within Google Sheets for visually parsing large amounts of data is conditional formatting. Conditional formatting allows us to set up a set of rules that, when fulfilled, will trigger particular formatting in a range of cells. Let's take this column, for example. Let's say that we wanted to highlight every time that this number was above 20. In order to set up conditional formatting, what we have to do is go to Format and Conditional Formatting near the bottom. Once again, this will pop out our Conditional Format Rules sidebar. Here we can select our range, as we have done, if we haven't done already, and then we can choose what our particular rule or condition will be that will trigger our formatting to occur. When we click on this drop-down, you'll see there are a lot of options, but these are separated into three simple categories. The first list is text-based, the second is date-based, and the last is number-based. For this example, I said that I wanted it to trigger any time that we had a number greater than 20. So in this case, we're going to select greater than. This will give us a subsequent box where we can enter whatever value that we want. And now you can see our conditional formatting has already adjusted to highlight that. We can also control our formatting more specifically using these options, including bold, underline, or a variety of different colors that we can choose. It's generally better to choose paler colors, as darker colors can be difficult to read, but on the other hand, easier to spot. So it's up to you which you'd prefer. Once you click done, you'll have the option to add other rules if you want within this. In our video on data validation, we showed you how to set up tick boxes, and in that I briefly mentioned how we could use these in conjunction with conditional formatting. I'm going to show you how to set that up properly here. First thing we need to do, click Add Another Rule, and since we haven't selected our range this time, we're going to use our range selector in this case. Clicking on the window allows us to highlight the selection that we want. Do remember that if you want the full column so that any additional cells will also be affected by this rule, you can do so by simply clicking on the letter at the top. Once our range has been selected, we now need to choose our rule. In this case, hidden behind tick boxes is actually the words true if a box is ticked or false if a box is unticked. So in that way, we can set up a rule where if we choose text is exactly and write in true, then once boxes are ticked, they will change color to reflect this. We can also set up multiple rules on the same range by clicking Add Another Rule at the bottom of the sidebar instead of Done. With this, it will keep the same setup as before, but allow you to edit it. In this case, we're going to add false, but maybe we'll change the color so it's a little bit easier to see. Now, our tick boxes will change depending on their display. So far, we've been using the single color function within our conditional format rules. But if you want to highlight the weight of a number within a range, then you can use the color scale option within conditional formatting. Once again, we need to select our range, and then you'll see that we can represent the minimum value, midpoint, and max value using different colors. It's a good idea to use contrasting colors like I have done here so that it's easy to spot which numbers sit at different points within the range. Finally, if you want to see the full range of conditional formatting that is on a particular sheet, do note that you actually need to select the entire sheet. Unlike data protection or data validation, all of your rules will not be displayed at all times. In order to select them all, you can either click Ctrl and A or click in this top left corner and you'll be able to see all of your rules displayed. This can be handy if cells are changing color and you're not quite sure why. You can also, once these are all selected, delete or edit these at any time by clicking back into them from the Conditional Format Rules menu. Thanks for watching. Here at the Live Learning Company, we aim to take the hassle out of tech and put the human back into digital training. We deliver scalable training sessions in productivity and collaboration apps such as Google Workspace and Microsoft 365. Our sessions are delivered live by trainers, meaning you can ask questions as you learn. Click on the link to see our website and learn more.